100 meters and Adewale looking very strong again as they come through. And a superb run, a great victory once again. Adewale, ooh!
We are delighted to have Divine Iheme, the fastest 14-year-old in the world, with us now. This is incredible.
And not just the fastest in the world, but just to put that in context, Divine's 100-metre time of 10.3 seconds.
What if I told you there's a 15-year-old kid out there running faster than Usain Bolt did at the same age? A sprinter so quick, coaches literally thought the clock was broken. This isn't a video game, and it's not CGI. This is the real story of Divine Iheme. And once you hear what he's done, you'll understand why the track world can't stop talking. At just 15 years old, Divine Lightning Iheme isn't just fast. He's faster than most people believed humanly possible for a teenager. When he ran a 100-meter dash in just 10.30 seconds, even the timers needed a double take. Coaches stared at the results, half laughing in disbelief. "Is this for real?" one muttered. But it wasn't a glitch. Divine Iheme had arrived, and he was shattering everything in sight. Born in October 2009 in Oxfordshire, Divine Iheme didn't just stumble onto a track. He was born for it. His parents, Innocent and Nkiruka, were both international sprinters who represented Nigeria at the 2002 Commonwealth Games. Athleticism ran deep in the family. It was only a matter of time before Divine discovered what was in his blood. He started running competitively at the age of 12, joining Radley Athletics Club. But his journey truly ignited when his mother, Nkiruka, launched PWD Athletics Academy. A former British Army officer turned coach, she created a strict yet nurturing environment for her son to thrive in. No excuses, no shortcuts, just hard work, discipline, and an unshakable belief that greatness was possible. What makes Divine's origin story even more compelling is how quickly he absorbed the nuances of sprinting. While most athletes take years to develop a refined technique, Divine's form looked almost effortless within months. Observers noticed his drive phase, his cadence, and most of all, his explosive acceleration. Everything seemed to click into place faster than anyone expected. 2024 wasn't just a good year for Divine, it was the kind of breakout season that turns unknowns into legends. At just 14 years old, Divine took over the English Schools Championships, winning the 100-meter sprint with ease. That was just the start.
We're the first in the series of the 100 meters and Adewale.
In April, he clocked 10.76 seconds in the 100 meters and 21.74 seconds in the 200 meters, setting new UK U15 records. But that wasn't the moment that truly shocked the track and field world. That came at Lee Valley later that year, when Divine ran a staggering 10.30 seconds, a world best for a 14-year-old.
Divine Iheme now powers away. He leaves the rest of the field in his wake, and he absolutely storms his way to England gold. 10.50. But the Not Say See man is not giving up. He's really driving to try and claim that silver. Divine Iheme gonna cruise through 21.63.
To put it in perspective, Usain Bolt ran 10.57 at that age. Noah Lyles, he was still at November 2nd. Divine was blowing past not just records, but the early milestones of some of the fastest men in history. And it wasn't just his time that turned heads, it was the way he did it. Calm before the gun, a laser-sharp start, minimal wasted movement, and a finish that looked almost casual, as if running one of the fastest 100-meter times ever by a teenager was just another day at the office. In January 2025, Divine proved that his speed wasn't limited to outdoor tracks. Competing at the BFTTA Indoor Series in London, he ran the 60 meters in 6.72 seconds. Then, he did it again, but faster. 6.71 seconds. With that, he broke the World Age 15 Indoor 60-meter record twice in one day, a record previously untouched since 2003.
Oh, Divine.
He was now the fourth fastest under-18 sprinter in UK indoor history, trailing only by hundredths of a second. Coaches and fans couldn't believe what they were watching. Some even joked about aliens or gene editing. But it wasn't science fiction. It was raw talent, hard training, and perfect execution. Track officials weren't the only ones doing double takes. Social media erupted with clips of his races. Sprinting forums lit up with slow-motion breakdowns of his technique. Analysts pointed out how he managed to maintain top speed without tightening up, a rare skill, even among adult pros. Divine's success isn't just his own, it's a family operation. His coach and mother, Nkiruka, is a force of nature. She runs a tight ship. Miss your homework and you miss training, show up with a bad attitude. Don't expect a race. But it's not all discipline and drills. She makes sure Divine enjoys the process, stays grounded, and keeps perspective. At PWD Academy, the goal isn't just winning medals, it's building champions in every sense of the word. That balance between pressure and passion is what sets Divine apart. She also knows how to protect him from burnout. While many young athletes fall into the trap of overtraining, Divine's weekly schedule includes recovery days, flexibility work, and even mindset training. He meditates before meets, journals after races. This isn't just athletic development, it's mental resilience in action. Divine doesn't just admire the greats, he studies them. Usain Bolt's relaxed power, Allison Felix's focus, Noah Lyle's flair. He pulls something from each, building his own style. He describes his technique as slingshotting off the blocks, and it's accurate. His starts are explosive, his drive phase is smooth, his top-end speed, lethal, and he's just getting started. He watches race footage like film study. He's not just memorizing moves, he's analyzing biomechanics, comparing his form, learning what to tweak. It's a level of dedication that speaks volumes about his future. With speed like this comes attention and skepticism. UK media hailed him as the next global sprint star. Social media went wild. Reddit threads broke down his technique frame by frame. YouTube channels asked if he was the new Bolt. But not everyone was convinced. Some accused him of early development advantages. Others questioned if he could sustain this level without burning out. Divine, however, doesn't engage in debates. He lets his legs do the talking. The truth is, this isn't the first time people have doubted greatness. Bolt had critics. So did Lyles. But what sets Divine apart is how he handles the noise. No drama, no ego, just pure focus on the next race. In February 2025, Divine was invited to the Keeley Classic to race alongside professional athletes. At 15, he was already sharing lanes with adults chasing Olympic dreams. He didn't flinch. This wasn't just another junior event. It was a sign that the track world saw him as more than a promising kid. They saw him as a real contender. He clocked times that had seasoned runners clapping at the finish line. Not out of pity, but out of genuine respect. Because they knew they were witnessing the birth of something special. So, what does the future hold for Divine Iheme? The short answer, almost anything. With steady progression, the right guidance, and a continued love for the sport, he could be a name we hear at World Championships, even the Olympics, before he's old enough to vote. His goals include breaking the UK U18 indoor 60-meter record, which sits at 6.69. Given his current pace, it's within reach. Outdoors, he's eyeing sub-10:20 territory, a time few teenagers have ever approached. And beyond the times and titles, Divine is already inspiring a new generation of young athletes who now believe that greatness doesn't have to wait until adulthood. More than just numbers, his journey is becoming a blueprint, proof that talent, when paired with focus and support, can break barriers long thought untouchable. In a world where talent often takes years to bloom, Divine Iheme has exploded into the spotlight. He's fast, focused, and fearless. The records he's breaking aren't just numbers. They're warning shots to the rest of the sprinting world. Coaches once thought it was fake, but now they know Divine Iheme is very, very real. And this is only the beginning. If you're as stunned by Divine Iheme's rise as we are, don't just sit on the sidelines. Hit that like button, drop a comment with your predictions for his future, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single moment of this sprinting phenomenon's journey. Because if you think he's fast now, just wait. The real race is only getting started.
Low arm carriage, Phenom moving up and taking the stagger out of Maud's. Finished strongly as well. Phenom, can she dip under 50 seconds?
How does someone run 49.48 seconds in the 400 meters when most elite athletes struggle to break 50? Phenom just did it again. At the 2025 European Team Championships in Madrid, she not only shattered her own championship record, but left fans and competitors stunned. It wasn't just a fast race, it was history in the making. To understand why this moment is so special, we need to look at what came before. Just weeks earlier, at the Golden Spike meet in Ostrava, Bol had an off day. She finished third, losing to Salwa Eid Nasser and Lina Irby-Jackson. For most athletes, that kind of loss can shake confidence. But Bol? She used it as fuel. Instead of complaining or making excuses, she went quiet. She focused on her training. And when she showed up in Madrid, it was clear. She meant business. On June 27, 2025, the stadium was excited. And then Bol took off. Her 49.48-second finish in the women's 400 meters didn't just break the meet record, it shocked everyone. It was the fastest time ever recorded at the European Team Championships, and it wasn't even close. Bol made world-class competition look slow.
For the straight, Bol leads into the straight now. Bukowiecka's got some hard runnings to come, but Bol looking supremely relaxed and powerful and strong, and the 400-meter hurdler strength coming its own.
But what made this performance even more impressive was how she bounced back. Most athletes need time to recover from a loss, but not Bol. She came back in less than a month and ran one of the fastest races of her life. That kind of turnaround doesn't just happen. It takes heart, discipline, and next-level talent. From the moment the race started, Bol looked different. Her start was clean. She took control in the first 100 meters. Her form around the bend was perfect. And when she hit the final straight, she didn't slow down. In fact, she sped up. Her stride looked powerful. Her face showed no signs of strain. It was dominance in motion. What's important to understand is that Bol isn't just a 400-meter runner. She's one of the most versatile athletes in track and field. She's the current world indoor record holder for the 400 meters. She's the reigning world champion in the 400-meter hurdles. She's also part of the Dutch relay teams that have won on the biggest stages. She's everywhere, and she's winning.
Away. It's an absolute procession. It's a glittering gold in Glasgow for Femke Bol. And look at the time. At
just 25 years old, her list of accomplishments is already unbelievable. Olympic medals, check, world records, multiple European titles. She's got them all. And yet, she trains like she's still chasing something. That hunger is what makes her so dangerous. She never settles. Bol's run in Madrid didn't just help her. It helped her whole team. The European Team Championships are about country performance. Every race adds points to the team's score. Thanks to Bol and her teammates, the Netherlands finished 4th overall, their best result ever in this competition. Coach Laurent Mouavli was thrilled. He said Bol's leadership and performance were a huge part of the team's success. It wasn't just about her speed. It was about how she inspired everyone around her. That's what great athletes do. What separates Bol from others isn't just talent, it's consistency. Some athletes have one great season. Bol has had several, and she keeps getting better. Whether she's running the 400 meters flat, the 400-meter hurdles, or anchoring a relay, she brings the same focus and energy every time.
This new way of starting, hopefully over the first 200-300 meters, she can get through that part of the race quicker. Femke Bol's going to take this one easily. Let's watch the clock here. It could be quick. That's very quick.
To that run by the Belgians. Much closer there. The U.S. will hand to 19-year-old Kaylin Brown, and the Belgians give the stick to Naomi Van.
And let's talk about rivals. One name comes up often, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. The American hurdler is another track superstar. They've traded world titles and record attempts over the years. Bol has said openly that she's aiming for that crown. She wants to beat Sydney. And with every race like this one, she's getting closer. Let's break down how Bol ran that 49.48. It started with a strong launch off the blocks. She didn't rush it. Her pacing was smart. She stayed low and powerful through the first 100 meters. On the backstretch, she held a steady rhythm. She didn't let nerves or pressure affect her form. When she hit the final curve, most runners would start to fade. But Bol? She hit another gear. She came into the last 100 meters with momentum and didn't let up. Her arms were pumping, her stride was long, and her posture stayed strong. It was one of the cleanest 400-meter finishes we've seen in years. And let's not forget, This wasn't a solo race. She was up against some of the best athletes in Europe, but none of them came close. Boll made it look easy. That's what champions do. They make hard things look simple. So where does she go from here? Well, the 2025 season isn't over, and Boll has made it clear. She's not just focused on the flat race. Her main event is still the 400-meter hurdles. That's where she wants to beat McLaughlin-Levrone. And after what we saw in Madrid, it's clear she's got the speed, the technique, and the mindset to do it. Her coach has hinted that the plan is to peak later in the season, around the World Championships. So this 49.48, it might not even be her best. Think about that. She ran a near-perfect race in June, and she could get faster by August. That's the scary part for her competition. Boll is also a big part of the Dutch relay teams. The women's 4x400 and the mixed 4x400 have both seen success with her on the anchor leg. When she's in the lineup, you know something special might happen. Her ability to close races gives her team an edge. Off the track, Boll remains humble and focused. She doesn't do a lot of flashy interviews or bold predictions. She lets her running do the talking, and right now, her running is saying a lot. She's also become a role model for young athletes, especially in the Netherlands. Her journey from a rising star to a global icon shows what's possible with hard work, talent, and the right mindset. She's not just winning races, she's inspiring the next generation. So what's next? The Paris Olympics are just around the corner. Boll will likely be one of the biggest names going into that event. Whether it's the 400-meter hurdles, the flat 400, or the relay, she'll be a medal favorite in everything she runs. And if she keeps improving at this rate, we could see something truly historic. Could she go under 49 seconds? Could she break the 400-meter hurdles world record again? It's all on the table. One thing's for sure, Femke Boll is rewriting what we thought was possible in women's track. This isn't just about times or medals, it's about resilience. It's about bouncing back after a loss and showing up stronger. It's about pushing yourself beyond what people think is your limit. And it's about leading by example. Femke Boll isn't just fast, she's fearless. And she's only getting started. So don't look away, because the next time she steps on the track, she might do the impossible. Again. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs motivation, and let us know in the comments what moment from Femke Boll's career you want us to break down next. Subscribe for more untold stories from the world of sports, because we're just getting started. Rudolph Blaze Ingram has just delivered a performance that defies belief, and what's been revealed has left athletics observers across the world shocked. The young sprinting prodigy has redefined what's possible for youth athletes, shattering age group expectations with a level of speed that borders on unreal. His latest showcase wasn't just a highlight moment. It marked a turning point in how coaches and experts view athletic development in the early years. With a combination of rare natural talent and focused training, Ingram has sparked a global conversation about the future of sprinting, and the ceiling may be far higher than anyone ever imagined. The 13-year-old football player out of Zephyr Hills, Florida, has achieved speed measurements that force observers to question whether video footage has been manipulated, creating viral sensations that attract millions of viewers who struggle to accept the reality of his extraordinary capabilities. I got the nickname Blaze because they know me from running super fast. You see my chain named Blaze. I'm super fast, that's why they call me Blaze. Ingram explained, demonstrating the self-awareness and confidence that accompany truly exceptional talent. It didn't take long for collegiate programs to realize his blazing speed, including Sacramento State, as universities abandoned traditional recruiting timelines to secure commitments from athletes whose potential transcends normal development patterns. This unprecedented early recruitment demonstrates how exceptional talent forces institutional adaptation and challenges conventional approaches to athletic development and scholarship distribution. Blaze received his first collegiate football offer when he was just 10, establishing new benchmarks for recruiting timeline acceleration while creating systematic pressure on other programs to identify and pursue elite talent at increasingly younger ages. This early recognition validates the extraordinary nature of his athletic capabilities while simultaneously creating new precedents for youth athletic development and collegiate recruitment strategies. He realized he was destined for stardom at a very young age, demonstrating the type of self-awareness and competitive confidence that separates elite athletes from talented participants. I realized it once I started doing track. Beat my competition by 50 feet in the 60-meter dash. I had the world record at 7 years old. That's when I knew I had the talent, Ingram revealed, showcasing how dominant performances create systematic understanding of exceptional ability. The world record claim at age 7 represents the type of performance achievement that challenges existing athletic understanding while creating measurement controversy